Comedy Central presents Amy Schumer.
I can't believe what a big theater. I don't even know which way to face in here. It's like sex. No, but really, I feel like crying. It's like sex. I just can't. Wow, thank you for coming. Welcome. I'm so excited about this. This is amazing. And I just want to get something off my chest, just right off the bat. I'm a Jew. Really? Okay, now you guys are just phoning it in. No, but seriously, any Jews here? A couple? All right, not bad. Kind of half for New York. I guess the rest of us are out running the world. But it's good you guys are here too. You're really a Jew, you're so pretty. God, I love it. It's so good, you can't even see your horns. This is fun. This is great. And I just went to our homeland for the first time. Have you guys ever been to Miami? Yeah? That is where the chosen people are, if you didn't know about it. Oh my God, I had no idea. Miami is crazy. I'm never going back there. Everyone there was gorgeous. Gorgeous, right? I do okay in New York, you know, for a comedian. I'm bringing the thunder up here, okay? Comic? Come on, yeah. I usually do okay. In New York, I'm like a 6, like 7 with all the padding. But in Miami, I was like a -3. People were like, what the is that? Throwing up on their motorized wheelchairs. Children were crying. I was like, Beyonce calls it jelly. They were like, that's cottage cheese, bitch. Do some lunges. I was like, oh my God, everyone's hot there. Like, their homeless people are hot in Miami. They're not our bird-obsessed, weird homeless. I made out with a homeless guy by accident. I had no idea. He was like really tan. He had no shoes on. I just thought it was like his thing, you know? I'm like, he's probably in a band. My friend's like, he probably doesn't have a home. But, and the way I found out, we were like sitting on this bench and we were like kissing, you know, or like doing it. I don't remember. Because it's like so bright down there. But I was like, listen, let's take this party back to your place, right? He's like, bitch, this is my place. It was sad. It was a hard time for me. Hard time. And they have these things in Miami. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them before. I'd never even heard of them. They have those little, the Cuban people. Oh, I am obsessed. Obsessed. I met my first Cuban guy. Ladies, listen to this name. Cesar. How sexy is that? So sexy. I'd never even seen him before. Just gorgeous. He's 3'11". I don't care. I'm like, what do we have to go to amusement parks? We'll work it out. So cute. And the way I met him, crazy, my little Cuban cigar. We're at the hotel restaurant. And I was just trying to order a corn muffin for breakfast, you know, minding my own business. And the waitress is like, oh, he just got the last corn muffin. We only have chocolate chip left. Cesar hears this, and he comes over and he's like, you can take the corn muffin. I will have the chocolate sheep. I'm like, how cute is this guy? But you know we're not allowed to trade with you guys, so what? Like I make the rules, like it's really hard. I've been drinking a ton. You guys drinkers? Yeah. Thank you. Good. She's like, no, actually, I have my together. I hope your car flips over. But, no, you're cute. But I do. I drink so much. And I black out when I drink. Isn't that the worst? No, your mind goes to sleep, but your body's like, tonight is my night. It sucks. Nothing good ever happens in a blackout. I've never woken up and been like, what is this Pilates mat doing out? You guys, never. I've never like rolled over and been like, who's this fella, Leonardo DiCaprio? Like, Maybe in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I'm like, who is gonna roll this out the door? But no, I have an excuse, actually, why I've been drinking so much. I haven't said this out loud yet, this is exciting. I'm drinking for two. Thank you, wow. I mean, just for now, but somebody's being evicted. Final notice. You guys are bad. You guys are bad. It's a weird time. My late 20s, New York. Like, my friends are just starting to keep them, and it's hard. They're calling me. It's a weird age. They're like, hey, I'm pregnant. And I still don't know whether to be like, congratulations, or do you need a ride? Like, what? Where are we, you know? It's weird. And there's nothing more awkward, all right, nothing, than going to the first birthday party of a little girl when you told her mom to get rid of her. Because the kid can tell. I'm like, here's Tickle Me Elmo. She's like, F you. I'm like, oh my God. I stand by my decision. No, she's cute. There was this big ad campaign in the subways last summer for babies. Did you see it? Not like selling them, but taking better care of them. And there was this one, and it said, never shake a baby. You're just like, how am I supposed to have fun with them? You know, or like, what if they're judging you? They didn't think it through. And there's another one, it says, it's safest to let them sleep alone, especially if you drink, use drugs, or are overweight. Yeah, I thought that was weird too, but if you think about it, if you're drunk, stoned, or really fat in the middle of the night, that baby might look delicious. I've eaten weirder things, I'll be honest with you guys. When I'm drunk, there's no accounting for me. I do, but you know what the worst part about my drinking is? When I'm drunk, I slur. You know, like I say racial slurs, and wow, nobody likes that at a barbecue. But no, I'm totally not racist. But I'm getting a really racist vibe from you, is that? Just like, what's your least favorite ethnicity? No, don't answer, are you serious? She's like, I don't care for Pakistanis. Let's just keep that to yourself. No, I'm not at all. My best friend in the whole world is black. She's a comic. And it's cool because right now she's teaching me how to like freestyle rap, which I'm actually pretty good at. And I'm teaching her how to freestyle swim. So I'm like, Marco. She's like, I don't know what that means. It's a whole process, but we're having fun with it. But no, I couldn't be less racist. I mean it. I was at a party 2 weeks ago in LA, and who walks in but Michelle Kwan? Do you know who I mean? Ice skater, Olympian, right? Okay. Actually, she kind of like glided in. She was like, oh, we were all like, bitch, we knew you were coming. Just like chill out. She's like carrying a torch. We were like, it's over, sequence. So we're talking. She's like blah, blah, like boring ice skate chatter. You know, she's telling me, she's like, it's so hard to get ice time. I'm like, your problems are so real. I'm like, people have no arms. And she's like, ice time. So we're talking, right? And out of nowhere, she tells me that Oliver Stone, you know, the director, she's like, he has this huge Asian fetish, and I find it totally offensive. And I'm like, why, Kwan? That sounds awesome, you know? And she's like, well, I'm offended because I'm Asian. And I was just like, well, I'm sorry, but I didn't even notice that. I didn't. I thought you were just like really tired. You're awesome. Are the Asian people laughing? I can never tell. No, I totally dealt with racism growing up. I was the only Jewish kid in my town, and I grew up on Long Island. Do you guys know what that means? My mom found the one town where we had to be Jews, like underground. She was like, write in this diary. I was like, what? I'm like, dear kitty, but no, the kids didn't call me Amy Schumer, they called me Amy Jumer. And one summer, I'll never forget this, all the kids took turns throwing handfuls of pennies at me. I know, I was like, excuse me, this is awesome, oh my God. It was like the well scene in Goonies. I was like, make it rain, oh. The beginning of DuckTales, I was like, woohoo, oh. Such a good summer, but no, I really am. I'm cool with all races, all religions, except for some of you. And no, but I was on the subway not that long ago. There was this little old woman sitting next to me. You know when they get like really little and old? Like she looked like a raisin. I was like, oh, I want to put you in my cereal. But anyway, this woman on the subway, guys, when I say she was old, like she was in Downward Dog. I was like, why is your body asking a question? But so out of nowhere, she asked me, she was like, have you heard the good news? And I didn't know what she meant. I was just like, no. Like, is the morning after pill over the counter again? Like, what's, for some of us, it's plan A. So I was excited, you know? But I'm just like, what's the good news? Like, fill me in, Blanche. And she's like, no. She was like, come to the Times Square church. Like, she was trying to save me, you know? So as nicely as I could, I was like, ma'am, I'm so sorry, but my people are Jewish. And she's like, that's okay, your people just haven't found Jesus yet. And I was like, no, like, we found him. Maybe you haven't heard the bad news. So hard. Thank you. She died in my arms, but really sad, but. I watch a lot of reality TV, I'll be honest with you guys, and I was actually on 2 reality shows, which is crazy, you know, just to think that out there was some guy like flipping through the channels, being like, hey, I 69'd her on a cruise ship. It's no, he's not here. Always looking, but I miss out on so many great reality shows because the title throws me off. You know, like my friends all got really into that show, The Deadliest Catch, but I never watched it because I always just like assumed it was about AIDS, but it's about crabs. Don't tune in looking for that big AIDS hour. No, some people know nothing about that disease. It's really sad. Like my college roommate, Lisa, oh my God. I remember we were freshmen. I was like, hey, Lisa, like you should go get tested because you're a huge slut. You let your friends know, right? Not like I was awesome. I mean, I thought the freshman 15 was how many guys you were supposed to sleep with, but gained it. But I should have known that Lisa was a slut because the day she moved in, she showed me. She was one of those girls who could put her whole fist in her. Yeah. I'm like, let me hang up my Dave Matthews poster first, please. Get these ramen noodles brewing. Now, I can't even believe I graduated from college. I feel like you know what you're gonna be good at when you're older, based on what you like when you're younger. Like when I was younger, my best friend was Tony, this kid Tony, and he loved rocks. He was always like playing with rocks, counting them, and now he's a crackhead. So it's amazing, isn't it? It's really amazing. But the best example is my older brother, because when we were kids, he loved cats. Everybody else likes dogs, right? No, loved cats. And he grew up to be this huge pussy. So it's weird how it worked out that way, isn't it? I lost some weight this year, thanks to Spanx. So, yeah, our little secret. But there's so much pressure for women to be skinny, right? We turn on the TV, and who do we see? We see, like, the girls from the hills, right? Trying to form thoughts. That's how they burn their calories. Little Heidi's head's gonna explode. Or we see Paris Hilton with the Chihuahua. What's its name? Nicole Richie. It's hard. It's hard. And the way that these girls keep themselves skinny is awful, isn't it? By vomiting or using hard drugs, which I can't afford. So, it's hard. But no, usually I feel pretty good about myself. Like, I know what I look like. Like, you'd bang me, but you wouldn't blog about it. I get it. I'm fine with it. You won't be twittering like, you won't believe who I'm inside, but it's fine. I'm okay. I'm fine. But it's hard because I just went through a breakup, actually. And I'm not worried about meeting someone else or being lonely. I'm just like worried about all the pictures. But my mom always told me, you know, ever since I was a little girl, you know, never put your face in them, so. That always splits the audience. I find out where the slutties are. There's one. Good job. Oh, God. But my mom's always saying really smart things like that. Like, you probably heard this one. Why buy the cow when the milk has HPV? Yeah. Wish I'd listened to that one, but here we are. I want to be one less, but I'm not. Thanks for nothing, Gardasil. Ding. Do you know what HPV is? You will. It's this fun party disease, guys. People are like, who brought the HPV? I'm like, this girl. Every couple months, one of my girlfriends will call me, crying her eyes out, without fail, crying. Aim, I just found out I have HPV. I feel like such a whore. I'm like, what about you sleeping with the swim team in college? Like, that didn't ring the whore bell? But now you know. You don't know what you can catch out there. Let me say something normal and not horrible. I hate false advertising, okay? I do. Like, Skittles, taste the rainbow, right? No one's ever been like, rainbow, right, you guys? Or, what's Reese's? Oh, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. Oh, really? Like, tell that to my uncle. He used to put them in my underwear, right? All right, maybe your uncles didn't love you. Think about it. No, I'm sorry, that's an inside joke. Hey, you guys, who's on Facebook? I am. Some of you, yeah? It's crazy, right? It's weird. Do you guys remember the thing before MySpace, before Facebook? Destiny? Remember Destiny? Where when you were supposed to run into someone from the past, that's when it happened? Now every idiot from high school's like, I'm back! We weren't supposed to meet again. Stop poking me and inviting me to your weird vampire parties, okay? No, I don't want to follow you on Twitter. Like, nobody's interested in you. I don't want to see you in real life. Why would I want to follow you in the imaginary one? But gosh, Facebook is weird. Anybody can get in touch with you. Total strangers write to me. A stranger wrote to me last week. He's like, hey, Amy, I just pleasured myself looking at a picture of you on Facebook. There he is. He's not bad. He's not bad. Good job. Could have been worse. No, but, you know, just like one picture. And I just think that's gross, you know? But I was just like, well, which one? I should probably make it my profile picture. What? Oh. It's weird out there. It's hard dating. And I really did just have my heart broken. And what do your friends do when you have your heart broken? They take you out and get you drunk, right? And isn't that the worst idea in the world? You get drunk and lonely and like make out with a PA that goes tanning from Babylon, and you're like, why? I should have just stayed home, watched Law and Order, the one with the sexually based offenses like we all like. Oh man, but the guy I was seeing, he was very cool, Catholic guy, so he would feel like really guilty right after sex. So I would pretend like I felt guilty too, you know? I'd be like, oh, I feel really bad, maybe you should go home. Just, because I swear I found the one guy in Manhattan that loves like spooning, you know, just hugging all night. And I like sleeping by myself like a swastika. I'm just like, and he's all up on this. I can do urban shows too. He's good. Very, very neat for a boy, you know. Like he always cleaned up his mess, no matter where he got it on me. And he he's Hispanic, so he's like, now who's the wetback? I'm like, hey. Still you. Get back in the kitchen. Those dishes aren't going to do themselves. You guys have been amazing. Thank you